All right, so we are back. We've done the striking one. Now we're gonna get into how to manipulate. All right, manipulate the soccer ball. So your free kicks, when you're trying to play a teammate through, if you're shooting, all that stuff. Can you hit it high, hit it low, curve it each direction, all those kinds of things. So I'm gonna go through the basics and just explain to you exactly how it happens and why it happens. All right, so when you see the soccer ball, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say we're shooting it towards this backstop the entire time. So we want to talk about it as if we are shooting from that side, okay? So in the shooting video we just did, I struck it, and if you notice, my follow through and everything went directly through the middle of the ball. So I was cutting that ball directly in half if I cut it here. What that does is that gives me the ability to strike it and make it go directly forward, okay? It's not going to be going crazy left and right, okay? So when we're talking about bending it left and right, like you see the free kicks and stuff like that, what we're doing is, if we talk about it, this is your power angle. This is directly through. Your curve angle is cutting the ball, okay? So what I'm talking about is, this is your power, this is your curve. If I hit it right here, the ball naturally starts to spin, okay? So what we do is we actually catch it with the inside of our foot, kind of where that big toe meets the foot. That's the part of your foot where you kind of really catch it a little bit. Now, you can do it with a full swing and stuff like that, but I'm talking about, major curve right now, okay? So what I'm talking about is, there's the ball. A normal shot, when I get up there, I'm here. We talked about it, okay? To bend it with the inside of my foot. When I hit that ball, instead of going towards my target like I did before, I'm gonna cut this ball. When you cut it, it spins, okay? That's all it does, all right? So power, curve. The more angle I get for that curve, guess what? The more curve I get, but I'm further away from that power line. So now I have more curve, less power. If I bring it up here, guess what? I have a little bit more power. I have less curve because I'm not all the way over here. All right? So those two naturally relate to each other. Okay? So when I bend it, I'm going to hit the ball dead center, just like I did before, except now my swing goes here. So I'm cutting that ball when I cut across it. So really simple, when you swing, you'll see the side spin. That's it. I'm not hitting it high, not hitting it low, anything like that. All I'm doing is cutting across it every time. So all I do is create that side spin every time. So we'll do one more. All right. So watch my follow through. My follow through goes to the side. All right. All right. And you can see the curve. Nice and simple. So when we get to the outside of the foot, all right, same concept. Here's your power. This was the other one we just did. Now we're going to cut it the other way. So when you cut it the other way, guess what? Now it spins this way. All right. Now the way you strike this is, there's two different ways you can do it. One is for a little bit more power. One is the one I'm going to show you now. All right. So all you want to do is, just like when you trap it with the outside of your foot, when you roll that foot over and you bring it up, you're going to cut across the ball here. All right. So when you do this, a couple of items. Your plant foot needs to be further back from the ball. If it's not, and I'm here beside it, guess what? I'm going to kick myself. All right. I don't want to do that. All right. So my plant foot's going to be back. You can see here's the ball. I'm here. That gives me the ability to swing across. All right. Just like we talked about with the other one, a shot directly through it here. It's going to cut it this way. This time, I'm going to swing across this way. So I cut the ball this way, and nice and easy. I'm not going to add any power right now, just easy. And it creates that outside of the foot spin, okay? Every time, okay? Nice and simple. If I'm here, if you notice too, my approach is from back here, all right? I run up, nice and easy, and I cut across. And you see the outside of the foot spin, all right? If I want to add more spin, I cut across it even more, okay? Nice and simple. So, okay, last items we're going to go through. We've talked about curving left and right, and we went through a basic shot. Now we're going to talk about how to decide the trajectory of the ball. Okay, so we've got left and right. Now how do we control how high it goes? Simple. It's the opposite of what your brain tells you. Your brain is telling you, if you want it to go high, you pick up the soccer ball with your foot. Believe it or not, it's actually the lower you stay when you strike it, the higher the ball goes. So what you've done is you've taken your foot from here, which is a shot, which you can see is a flat surface, which is why it's a nice solid strike. When I cross it, I drop my heel to the ground. You can notice it's shaped like a wedge in golf. This angle on the top of my foot is the angle the ball is going to go in the air. It's not on the ground, that's flat, okay? It's up here. When you do that, I'm going to strike low and I'm going to stay low. What I mean by that is when I strike the ball, my foot should stay on the ground the entire length of the soccer ball. If I do that correctly and I strike in the middle, it will have backspin and it will go high in the air. Okay, now, just like we talked about with the curve, where you hit this soccer ball and how low you stay decides the height of the ball. We will do a driven ball in a second and you'll see, all right? But if I want the ball to really go high, like a cross or a clearance, then when I strike it, I'm gonna stay low the entire length of the ball. So nice and easy. You'll be able to see it on this dirt. When I strike it, nice and easy, all right? I'm not adding power. All I'm doing is hitting low on the soccer ball every time, okay? All right, so one more time, slide over here. I want you guys to see both angles, okay? So when I strike it, watch where my foot hits the ground and watch where my foot leaves the ground, okay? So I'm here, all right, and it goes. We talk about a chip, okay? Chip is very similar, but a chip, the only part of your foot that really hits the ball is your toes. Now, I'm not saying a toe ball, you're not toeing it like this, but what I mean is you're hitting low on the ball and just your toes get under it. What that does is that causes the ball to float, and that's what you want. You want tons of backspin and you want the ball floating, okay? So when you hit this, all you're gonna do is hit low and the ball floats. You notice it's an abbreviated swing. So all I do is I chop down on it and that creates the angle. So I'm not following through really, but I'm hitting down like a golf club and just makes it go in the air. So all I'm doing is just chopping. No effort, no power. Okay, now last. Okay, now last one. Talking about a driven ball. Now, here's the difference. The ones that you saw me do a little bit ago, they were good. They would get, if I was switching the point of attack, they would get there, but it might take 3 or 4 seconds. If I look up and there's no defenders in between me and the other player, if I can hit it lower and get it there quicker, guess what? We've sped up our speed of attack here, okay? That makes the other team sprint. Now they have mistakes. We can find options, okay? So when you do this, we talked about to get the ball high, I stay nice and low the entire length. What I want to do is create backspin, but get the ball to stay lower. So to do that, all I do is raise where I contact the soccer ball. And I'm actually going to hit down through the soccer ball. When I hit down, what happens is because of that spin, guess what? That's your backspin, okay? So I'm going to hit in here instead of low, and the ball will stay low, but it will still have the backspin, okay? So it's staying nice and low, nice and solid, okay? So one more, hit down through it, the ball will stay low and it will get there quicker. Okay, you can see the backspin.